I said no more roasting series for a little bit. Look what has happened, guys. MAGICALIBRUH. So, for context, we're going to go on a little journey. For context, MAGICALIBRUH is an absolute clown of a Dark Magician player who has terrible opinions about the deck. And sure, that's not a hate crime to have bad opinions on the deck, but he pushes them onto everyone. And then he claims that I push my opinions onto everyone. What I'm trying to do is make people play the deck in a competitive manner, while he's trying to play the deck in a clown manner. But anyhow, does anyone see his latest Dark Magician deck profile? Because we're gonna roast it. One, he says better than the 7th place deck. For context, that's deck he's talking about is, you know, Dale's profile, Zephyr Wargames 7th place Dark Magician profile. So he reckons his build is better than this. Well, let's see your results, MAGICALIBRUH. You can't even fucking win your locals. How are you going to top an event? You absolute specimen. Now, let's move on to the thumbnail, which, man, that thumbnail looks familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. It would be from my final Dark Magician deck before the Bark support came out. What's interesting to me is he has... I don't know how he's ripped this thumbnail, because, like, to me, when I load this, the thumbnail is all pixelated. Like, my thumbnail's only that clear when it's small. So I'm not sure how he's saved it, and the quality's pretty much stayed the same. Maybe there's some way to rip thumbnails that I'm unaware of. But the point is, he takes my thumbnail, he talks shit about Ryan's deck. Clearly you want my attention, you degenerate. So here it is, we're gonna roast your dog shit list. Here we go.
What's up, guys? MAGICALIBRUH here today, and I have got a Dark Magician deck profile for you.
Also, his name from now on is MAGICALIBRUH. Cause oh boy, is he gonna be making you say bruh by the end of this video. Oh, he replied, that was your thumbnail? Lol, I just googled it and it looked nice. Bruh. The next comment.
LOZA and his following are scared of hand traps and kaijus, and feather duster and Nibiru.
You know what we're scared of? Versing real players who actually play these cards. I don't know what locals you play in. Well, you don't. You guys just don't. You either go to a locals that's fucking trash, or you just lie about going to local. It's one of the two. And look, these fucking degenerates just claim that, like, oh yeah, we're scared of actual counters to the deck. Yeah, crazy that we would be scared of that. They act like their deck doesn't also lose to the same stuff as us. It's like, you guys aren't playing like some big brain build that has different shit that just somehow doesn't lose to Ash Blossom and Imperm. Like, what are you talking about? Absolute clown behavior. So yeah, don't look at the comments. It's just a bunch of freaking nerds jacking each other. It's actually very sad. Let's get into the profile because I'm really keen to see.
But anyways, let's go ahead and hop on into it. I based it around the 7th place Dark Magician deck profile. I tested that deck profile exactly as it was online a lot of times, and let me tell you, that deck profile has a 70% win rate, and about 30% of the time you either brick, lose outright, or it just wasn't good.
What does that even mean? Like, any Dark Magician deck can brick. Any deck in Yu-Gi-Oh can brick. 70% win rate. What are you testing against? Against bots? Against people at local? Like, you can't just make a blanket statement and think people are gonna believe it. Like, that number means literally nothing. Like, well, you're just talking out your ass here. This deck literally went to a tournament and pretty much had a 90% win rate. I'm pretty sure that's how high it needs to be to become top 8 at a tournament. At a regional. At a regional, while you can't top a local. Like, come on, man. Stop talking shit. You're absolutely monkeying around.
You did. You had a decent hand, but your opponent stopped you with easy negates that you should expect, but you just didn't have a response.
What the fuck does this mean? This man should be banned from speaking.
Or they stop your starter, and that's it. So I edited the deck. It is very similar to the original 7th place deck, but instead of, I believe, 42, it is now 40 cards. I changed like 5 or 7 cards, something like that, from the main deck, and quite a bit of cards from the extra deck. And so I just wanted to share this deck profile with you guys because I feel it would really help out the Dark Magician community.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really going to help out your Discord of like 50 Muppets who similarly don't know how to play the deck just like you.
So let's go ahead and jump right on it.
Yeah, having money doesn't make you like better at the deck, so it's crazy.
Barely moves. So you got the Dark Magician to pair off with his apprentice, the Dark Magician Girl, to just create the ultimate wizards in terms of attack and defense with a strong apprentice. So speaking of apprentice, we also have 2 apprentice illusion magicians. I was playing 3, but I bumped it down to 2 because it actually provided another card to be played, and it definitely works better too, just for consistency reasons. It's not that it's a bad card, it's just that the consistency part that I meant, it has to do with the cards that I took out and replaced. I wanted to play it 3 because it's a free special. You discard, you special, and you search back Dark Magician, which is another card. So you basically replace the card you discard. So it's a free special, and it's a boost to get over those high beat sticks sometimes, just to kind of push for game a little bit, or go for that time. So we have a lot of level 6 or higher spellcaster monsters, so you know what we're going into. We have 3 Magician Souls. Honestly, best starter for Dark Magician because it does a lot of really good things. It sends for cost from deck to grave as cost, so it's not an effect. You can't ash it, so it mills your deck for cost, great. And then has an effect to special itself or send to grave and then special DM or DMG, so that's really nice. And the other fact is send spells and traps from your hand and or field to grave as cost, so you can send your floodgates as cost. If that goes and match is not the right setup, or if that skill drain is not the right setup, you can just take that off the field, and then you can resolve, because skill drain's gone, you can resolve the...
At least he's telling everyone, how to get skill drain and floodgates off the board with Magician Souls. Well, you have listened to some of my videos, haven't you, MAGICALIBRUH? Or are you gonna claim that you came up with that all by yourself as well? Just like the thumbnail of the video.
We have 3 Magician's Rod, and don't worry, I'll get back to this one second. Don't worry, we are playing more than one copy of Dark Magician, so don't worry. Start drawing that card, and then that could lead into...
That isn't, he just explained that wrong, didn't he? Not gonna lie, I was on my phone. I'm pretty sure he said that wrong.
We're going to go ahead and move on into the Dark Magician related spells, ignoring the Upstart Goblin because it really pairs off well with the Magician's Rod, like I mentioned earlier about Magician's Rod, because the normal summon is search the Soul Servant,
Fucking
then
hell.
the Soul Servant top deck a Dark Magician card, then activate Upstart, drawing that card.
No, you use Upstart first, and then you chain Soul Servant, because then if they're gonna ash you, well, they've already missed the opportunity. It's very, very simple. How can you use Upstart, right? I don't believe it. This man uses Upstart incorrectly. The only time you do it the way he said, where you go Soul Servant stack and then Upstart after, that's if you want to bait the Ash because you got like Ref in your hand or some shit. That's the only time you want to do that.
Magician cards, we have 3 Soul Servants, and man, I know...
It's interesting that he says like me and all my goons are like fucking idiots like Matt and whatnot. Matt's the man who pioneered Upstart being mandatory in this deck. And, a lot of the shit he talked about with Magician Souls is shit that I've said multiple times. I'm not saying he's not allowed to say shit or, reference shit that me and the boys have said, but it's ironic that he always shits on us, and now he's literally just, taking what we say verbatim and putting it in his video. It's really ironic with the whole thumbnail as well. Like, everything in here is basically stolen content. It's not his deck, it's all text that he's explaining that me and Matt explain, and then it's just my thumbnail. Isn't this just a fucking masterpiece of irony? Like, this guy is Arcana, and I am Yugioh, right? This man has stolen my shit. It's funny though.
Neat thing, this thing can be ghost spelled, so just to keep that in remembrance. Next off are our Dark...
Bruh, fuck off. I tell people that. It literally doesn't matter though. Anyone who ghost spells Soul Servant is fucking stupid. They can only ghost spell the on play, like the activation, and then you get ashed on the draw effect from grave. That's the only way this card gets hand trapped. Why is he just copying everything we say?
Magician spells and traps, they're all basically one-ofs. So we have 1 Secrets of Dark Magic, 2 Fusion Summon. We have our signature ace card, the Dark Magic Attack, and this is our signature ace card because Dark Magician, Dark Magic Attack. In for game. Let's go.
I'm gonna kill myself after hearing that. Please side this card. Please do not main deck this card. There's really just too many matchups where this card doesn't do anything. I know it's highly searchable. Yes, I'm aware. It's not worth it, guys. Trust me. Put it in the side, and if you think it's good, side it in with the rest of your spell trap removal, okay? Put it in the side, guys. Would you main deck your spell trap removal this format? If so, cool. Main deck this. If you wouldn't play Cosmic or Duster in the main, cool, put them in the side with your Dark Magic attack. It's very straightforward. If it's format specific, if you're looking at going second a lot this format, sure, put in Spell Trap Removal. What does this card do going first for Dark Magician? Absolutely nothing. What should you be playing for first? Because it's the first turn, and if you don't make a decent enough board first, you're losing. So getting Dark Magic attack on turn 3 doesn't fucking matter if the game's over, does it?
So basically, the reason why we play this card is for multiple reasons. The only downside is when it's in your hand, half the time you will brick when it's in your hand. Half the time. The other half the time, you're going to discard it with a card.
Hey, here's a card that bricks you half the time. But yeah, play it. Just don't. Just put it inside.
We also play the one Magician Salvation. Of course, it's a great one-up to set the Eternal Soul, and that's about it. 1 dark magical circle. It really pairs off when you summon dark.
Wait, he's playing 1 circle now as well? What? What? I'm pretty sure this guy and Julify and all their freaking goons, they were all part of the multiple circle gang. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were all a multiple circle, and I was like, hey, play 1, and they're like, no, it's Dark Magician, man. What? He's just... Everything about this list screams LOZA and Ryan and Matt and like all the good Dark Magician players. Which, you know, he's called us all bad, but he, through physical evidence of his deck profile, he's clearly saying that what we do is good because now he's mimicking it. Copying someone is the biggest form of flattery, right? So, based on this video, he fucking adores us. Well, I'm going to leave that there because this is honestly quite depressing and I don't have enough mental energy to deal with this and I have to go to uni. So we're going to leave it there and I'll make a part 2, don't worry. But if you could drop a comment in my comments and let me know what you think of this atrocity. Don't bother going over to his channel and commenting. You're just going to give him views. And the sad thing is he deletes all his comments. Every time I've commented on his video being like, hey, you could improve the deck by doing this, this, this. And same with all my friends like Matt and Michael and Dell. You know, whenever we've commented on his video saying, hey, like you're a bit wrong about this, or like this is a little, like change this and this is good. He just kind of deletes our shit or like makes us, you know, seem like we're dumb. He's just like, no, I played the deck a different way. So there's no point arguing with this guy. He's kind of a narc, but he's also like really childish. So I don't think he actively knows he's a narc, but hey, the more you know, bro. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I do have a little donate button down in my description too. If you would be so kind as to do that, that is up to you. But yeah, no pressure at all. Catch you next time and play your refs at 3.